What if I told you that a cheap natural powder, likely sitting in your garage right now, can kill over 30 pests? Roaches, bedbugs, ants, fleas, you name it. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 30 insanely effective hacks, real demos, zero fluff. And one trick, it'll totally blow your mind. Let's jump straight in with ants. This one's ridiculously easy but crazy effective. Just sprinkle a fine line of food-grade diatomaceous earth along ant trails or entry points. Think baseboards, windowsills, or under cabinets. Here's why it works. Diatomaceous earth feels like powder to us, but under a microscope, it's full of razor-sharp edges. When ants walk through it, those tiny shards slice through their waxy exoskeletons, drying them out from the inside. No chemicals, no toxins, just a slow, lethal dehydration. Pro tip, don't get it wet. It only works dry. You should see a big drop in activity within 24 to 48 hours, though larger colonies might take up to a week to fully collapse. I'll include in the description links to scientific studies from the Society of Chemical Industry that validate the effectiveness of diatomaceous earth against insects through rigorous testing and proven results. Next, bed bugs. Bed bugs are notoriously difficult to eradicate. Here's a proven chemical-free way to deal with these resilient pests. The trick? Dust food-grade diatomaceous earth into the cracks and crevices where bed bugs hide during the day, along mattress seams, bed frames, behind headboards, inside electrical outlets, baseboards, and under furniture. You can also apply a light layer directly on your mattress, between the mattress and the sheet cover, not where you sleep, and around the legs of the bed. It works the same way as with ants. Diatomaceous earth may look like soft powder, but to bedbugs, it's like crawling over broken glass. It slices their exoskeletons and dehydrates them to death. No chemicals, no resistance, just brutal, natural elimination. Next up, roaches. These creepy crawlers are tough, fast, and built for survival. But diatomaceous earth doesn't care. Just dust a fine layer of food-grade DE behind appliances, under the fridge, along baseboards, inside cabinets, and into any cracks or gaps where roaches might hide. Diatomaceous earth is made from fossilized microscopic algae shells called diatoms. These shells are full of tiny razor-sharp silica edges that will kill cockroaches on contact. For all these creepy crawlers, fleas, silverfish, earwigs, carpet beetles, spiders, crickets, centipedes, and millipedes, diatomaceous earth is a safe, long-lasting, and effective weapon that works as well. Start by identifying where you've seen activity or where these pests are likely to hide. Under furniture, along baseboards, around windows and doors, behind appliances, inside closets, under sinks and wall voids, basements, attics, and even inside air vents. Sprinkle a thin, even layer of food-grade diatomaceous earth in those areas, focusing on cracks, crevices, corners, and dark, undisturbed spots. For fleas in particular, dust it into carpeted areas, pet bedding, and floorboards. Just be sure to keep pets out during treatment and vacuum thoroughly after 48 to 72 hours. Keep the powder dry, reapply after vacuuming or cleaning, and let it sit undisturbed for at least a couple of days for maximum impact. Diatomaceous earth is an incredible natural tool for managing a wide variety of garden pests while keeping your plants chemical-free and safe. When using it outdoors, always apply only when the powder is dry. Moisture from dew or rain will neutralize its effectiveness. For best results, lightly dust a thin layer of food-grade diatomaceous earth directly onto the leaves and stems of plants, being careful to avoid delicate flowers where pollinators gather. You can also create a protective barrier by sprinkling a ring of diatomaceous earth around the base of plants, which helps stop crawling pests before they reach the foliage. This natural powder works wonders against common garden invaders like aphids, thrips, cabbage worms, tomato hornworms, squash bugs, and cutworms. Aphids and thrips, which suck sap from leaves and stems, will crawl over the powder and become dehydrated as the tiny fossilized silica particles pierce their protective outer layer. Similarly, caterpillars like cabbage worms and tomato hornworms, as well as squash bugs and cutworms, will be stopped in their tracks as they move through treated areas, suffering the same lethal dehydration. Since diatomaceous earth works by physically damaging the pest's exoskeletons rather than poisoning them, there is no risk of chemical residues or pesticide resistance. Reapply after watering or rain, and consider treating early in the morning once the dew has dried or later in the afternoon before evening moisture sets in. Regular, light applications that keep your plants protected throughout the growing season will help you keep a balanced garden ecosystem. To use it effectively against slugs and snails, sprinkle a generous continuous ring of food-grade diatomaceous earth around the perimeter of your garden beds, flower pots, or vegetable patches. Tried these diatomaceous hacks? Now, tell me which one worked for you in the comments. Diatomaceous earth is an excellent natural solution for protecting your pantry and stored food from common pests that infest grains, flowers, and dry goods. When using diatomaceous earth in these areas, it is essential to choose food-grade diatomaceous earth. Never use the industrial or pool-grade varieties, as those can be harmful if ingested. To apply, lightly dust the powder around storage bins, along cracks and crevices, behind shelves, and in the corners of cabinets where insects tend to hide and breed. Avoid sprinkling it directly into food to prevent contamination, but applying it around containers and inside gaps effectively traps and kills a wide variety of pantry pests. These include grain beetles, flower beetles, meal moths, Indian meal moths, rice weevils, cigarette beetles, sawtoothed grain beetles, and larder beetles, all notorious for spoiling food and causing frustration in kitchens. Diatomaceous earth is a highly effective and natural way to control parasites in areas where your pets and livestock live, such as pet bedding, kennels, and chicken coops. Lightly dust the powder around and beneath pet bedding, inside crates, and throughout livestock shelters like chicken coops or rabbit hutches, focusing especially on dark, humid corners where pests thrive. This method targets a broad spectrum of common parasites, including fleas, mites, lice, and ticks, which can cause discomfort, transmit disease, and affect animal health. When applying, be mindful to avoid creating airborne dust clouds. Using a mask yourself and lightly misting the area beforehand can reduce dust and inhalation risks. But what if I told you baking soda can tackle just as many pests? Don't miss the next video. Watch it now.